gluten-free travel can be tricky, especially in countries with a different language. On top of that, Vietnam is still stuck in the 90s when it comes to gluten. And what I mean by that is almost no one even knows what gluten is. So to find May with all her knowledge and cooking skills was such a treasure.
We're the Boy Family!
Our family of 9 is currently traveling for 3 months in Vietnam, and yesterday we made the drive to the big city of Hanoi to spend a couple of days.
Alright, it is 8:40. Our cooking class starts in 20 minutes and it's a 20-minute taxi ride. So we're going, we're all kind of excited and nervous. We've never done a cooking class before, so we're gonna see what this is all about.
I had heard about this kitchen in Hanoi that offers a gluten-free cooking class, but I wasn't sure how it would work with so many kids. Or kids at all, really. I reached out to May, the sweet lady who runs the cooking class, and she told me that they specialize in family cooking classes with gluten-free and vegan cooking options. I was so excited I booked a class for our first full day in Hanoi. When we arrived, we met May and her husband, who were so welcoming and sweet. Then they took us straight to the market to learn how to shop like the locals do. They taught us how to order fresh meat and what time of the day was the best to shop.
Close at 11 a.m. Yeah, and next day they get the fresh one.
Beef is butchered fresh every morning and should be purchased in the morning since there is no refrigeration at the market. You buy your meat daily, tell the seller what you are making with it, and he will even season it for you so it will marinate until you cook supper. I was sure wishing we had this information at the beginning of our stay in Halong, where we shopped at the local market every day.
Mommy, those aren't yet.
Not dead yet. They're alive. Okay. You have gailan here or no?
It's like
Chinese broccoli.
Chinese. We have, but it's half the season.
Okay. And then this
Pepper
is, and you eat that?
Yeah. Wrap is mini pork and fried.
Like this fried egg balut is a bird that like 5 or 7 days before hatch. It has all the legs, the wings and everything.
Oh wow, wow.
So yeah, we have very popular egg balut, pearl balut, and duck balut. The previous family last week, the Australian families, they all tried the pearl balut.
Okay, go. Take a big bite.
No.
Oh, it's hard.
And
Is it good? There.
even though US
You say come on? Yeah. Say thank you.
Then we headed back to the kitchen, which was way beyond what I was expecting. Right outside the kitchen is a gated courtyard, which they told us was all their own, and the kids were free to play and run around in there all they wanted, away from traffic and danger. But our kids never did any of this because they were way too involved in cooking and loved it. May is a mom herself, and it shows through so clearly with how she teaches her classes.
Tofu stuffed with the grilled chicken and stuffed and cooked with tomato sauce.
She was so sweet and patient with the kids and did a great job of making sure everyone had something to do and wasn't getting bored. We made 3 authentic Vietnamese dishes: braised fish, stuffed tofu with tomato sauce, and banh xeo. I was so excited about the banh xeo because I knew this would be our only opportunity to try this, since it usually has wheat flour in it. But May worked hard with trial and error to find a way to make it gluten-free, and I could not be more thankful to her.
How do you say it? Banh xeo?
Bánh xèo.
Banh xeo.
Banh xeo is like a crispy Vietnamese pancake filled with different savory foods. In this case, we filled it with seasoned beef, mushrooms, and bean sprouts. After all the cooking was finished, we went down and spent some time in the courtyard while May and her husband cleaned up the cooking space. When we came back, the kitchen had been transformed into a dining room with all the food we had prepared beautifully arranged. We sat down all together and May walked us through how to eat each thing, which ones to wrap and which ones to dip.
You roll it. Yeah, and then you roll. Just like this. And dipping your dipping sauce in it. Beautiful. Yeah, put try.
As I suspected, we all loved the banh xeo, and the kids had so much fun building their own. Or just eating the rice paper all by itself. We ended up staying until almost 4 p.m., chatting, visiting, and learning so much about Vietnam, its culture, and the best places to visit. Did you know that although Vietnam is a communist country, they welcome everyone from every race and religion around the world?
Yeah.
Vietnamese food must be so delicious. Like if you haven't had such delicious and it's not good.
Is it good?
It's not good Vietnamese food. It's Vietnamese food, but not good Vietnamese food.
It's your bowl. We're just waiting for our grab. Daddy put in the wrong pickup location, so he's over there with the boys. We got split up, boys and girls this time. That's how we're going. So. Okay, what did you guys think of that experience?
It was good.
Stuff. How many did you eat?
I had 8 of those.
Banh xeo,
Yeah, those. And then I had 2 tofu stuff.
fried tofus.
Yeah.
And Emily, how many did you eat?
I don't know. She
she lost count. She ate so many. Rebecca, how many did you have?
I had 7.
7. And you had the tofu.
Yeah, which
and
was
fish.
Yeah.
And the green banana. Did you guys all try the green bananas? Yeah.
The green bananas, they just tasted like potatoes.
So that was kind of surprising. I thought it was going to taste like a really starchy, bitter banana, but they legit just tasted like potato in a soup. It was really good. You having a hard time getting in here? Anyways, the people that hosted us that did the teaching class were amazing. We were only supposed to be there from 8 to 1 today. We stayed till 4. We just visited and chatted and ate more food, and they gave us so many tips, so much advice for travel in Vietnam, for eating gluten-free in Vietnam, for traveling with kids in Vietnam, how to cross the road in Vietnam, everything. They were amazing. They were so good to us. Everybody had such a great time. It was a really, really great experience. This is our first trip that we've really done excursions and tours that were organized, because it's a little bit overwhelming and intimidating with kids, and I always expect the kids are going to be bored out of their mind, and then they're going to be whining and nagging, and then I'm not enjoying it. And all 3 of the experiences we've had so far have actually been super positive. They've been great. Our hosts or tour guides or whatever have been awesome. The kids have had a great time. It's been awesome. So far our first month in Vietnam has been amazing, and today was awesome and really exciting, and they gave us advice on where to go eat here while we're still in Hanoi for the next day and a half. So now we gotta go check out all those places and all the awesome food.
It was a day well spent, and we would do it again in a heartbeat if we're ever back in Hanoi. If you're traveling to Vietnam with kids or food sensitivities, it doesn't mean you have to miss out on a great cooking class. Check out May's cooking class on Instagram and send her a message telling her the Boyd sent you. And if you don't have plans to travel to Vietnam, make sure you add it to your list. There's no other place like it, and we're so glad you got to come along with us.